So Mario and Sonic have been rivals ever since the 90s, and with both of them being mascot platformers, a lot of things in one series tend to have equivalents in the other one. Like Tails being Luigi, Bowser being Eggman, Amy and Peach. Oh, and Mario and Sonic, I forgot to mention that one. But one thing that I've noticed doesn't really have an equivalent in one franchise is Mario's equivalent to Super Sonic. And, I don't know, with Super Sonic being such a big part of the Sonic series, I feel like that's kind of a hole we need to fill. What is Mario's equivalent to Super Sonic? There's so many different sprite battles, death battles, whatever, for these two characters, and they always seem to have a different answers, so I thought I'd talk about some of my ideas as to what Mario's Super Sonic equivalent could be. And I get that these are two different franchises with two different goals. Not everything has to happen in the other one. Mario isn't going to get a Werehog equivalent soon, but I think it's fun to talk about. So, yeah. Well, if this is Sonic, and this is Super Sonic, this is Super Mario, and this is Mario. So to get to Super Mario, we give him the Super Mushroom. Okay, yeah, there's not really much more to this one than its name. Let's give it a chance here, though. I mean, the Super Mushroom makes you a little taller, and, you know, Super Sonic, I guess, is a little taller. I mean, he's, like, floating off the ground. He's not really taller, but, like by proxy, he's taller because he's higher up. He can also take an extra hit from enemies. Super Sonic can take all the hits against enemies because he's invincible. And in Mario Kart, it gives you a speed boost. Super Sonic also a speed boost. Okay, yeah, this one's kind of lame. I mean, you can't even fly with this. That's kind of the big thing about Super Sonic, is that he can fly. So if we need something that can fly, what about the Red Star? Now, I actually love this one. I love Mario Galaxy, and the Red Star always just looked cool to me, bro. Like, look at this. The red and the black, it's like Shadow, except he can fly. It doesn't have a gun. It should have been in more levels and in more games. And I'm clearly not the only one that thinks it could be a Super Sonic equivalent. There's this mod for Sonic Generations called Super Mario Generations. I'll let you guess what it's about. And when you activate Super Sonic in this mod, you actually do get a Red Star Mario. But I don't really know if that should count. This is a fan-made mod. We gotta stay with the Mario canon here. So what else is there? You know, the orchestra plays whenever Mario gets the Red Star power-up, so it's like, kind of gets that grandness that Super Sonic always gets, you know? The flying is pretty slow, though, and also, as far as I'm aware, you can still get hit with this power-up, so I don't know if you can just fly, so I should be able to make it Super Sonic. Alright, so if we need something that's, you know, better colors and also makes you invincible, what about the one that I think most people think of when this topic gets brought up? Starman, or Superstar. So, this one, I don't know. See, it never really sat the best with me. I mean, the colors are more of a hypersonic thing, but ignoring that, most people believe it's just the Supersonic equivalent. I mean, in the Mario movie, when they finally face Bowser, they used the Superstar to defeat him, and in the Sonic movie, when they face Eggman, they use Supersonic to defeat him. So, I mean, yeah, it's pretty much the same grandness level. And where is Supersonic from? Dragon Ball Z, you know, based off of Super Saiyan. What's Mario's equivalent to Dragon Ball Z? Super Mario Bros. Z, a show with Sonic in it. And what happens when Sonic absorbs the Superstar? It's the Superstar. It makes sense. But you're finished. Yeah. The timer for the Superstar is pretty short. It doesn't last very long, which, you know, makes sense. And while Supersonic has timer too, he doesn't last forever. It's not a timer, more or less a meter that you gotta keep up with rings. Maybe we should look at Mario's equivalent to rings. Coins. Gold Mario. See, Gold Mario actually has some merit here, other than just being gold, but we did get the color right, which is more than the Superstar can say. If Supersonic has this ring theme, Gold Mario has this coin theme, it could work, and Gold Mario becomes Gold Mario through the golden flower, which isn't very iconic in itself like Supersonic, but it is a reskin of one of Mario's most iconic power-ups, if not his most iconic power-up, the Fire Flower. So it does kind of reach that iconic level that Supersonic does. Maybe not the same, it's not like it is the Fire Flower, but I mean, it kind of works. But it's not like this guy runs off of coins, that he shoots fireballs that turn things into coins. You still can't fly, you could still get hit, so I don't know about this one. Alright, so clearly we're struggling again. Let's return back to that whole roots thing. What is Supersonic himself based off of? The Super Saiyan form from Dragon Ball Z, right? Well, what's Mario's equivalent to Dragon Ball Z? Super Mario Bros. Z. Yeah, we're back to that show. You see, in the intro for the rebooted show, we see Mario in this form. Now, as far as I'm aware, this form isn't in any game. This is a Mark Haynes original creation, don't steal. But we can take some inspiration from it. Because, boom, what's that right there? A cape. And in the show, the Mario Bros. Use the cape power-up very often. Which, I mean, makes sense, you know. This is a 16-bit world, and the cape power-up is in Super Mario World. And also, if the show you're creating is based off a show where the characters can fly a lot of the time, then you kind of need to also have your characters fly a lot of the time. But enough of that. How did this stack as a Supersonic equivalent? I mean, the power-up is pretty nice. It can fly very well, actually. And I mean, yellow. But you can still get hit. Flying shouldn't be the only requisite for being a Supersonic thing. Because at that point, pretty much every Mario game has a Supersonic equivalent. Because there's so many Mario power-ups that their whole deal is just to let you fly. And they're always the best power-up in their game. If you really only have flying as the prerequisite for being a Supersonic equivalent, you might as well consider the Propeller Mushroom a Supersonic equivalent. There's just one mod for Mario Bros. Wii where you can play as Sonic, and in the mod, yep, you turn to Supersonic when you get the Propeller Mushroom. Should a Propeller Mushroom be considered a Supersonic equivalent? I don't think so. Okay, so you know what? Fine. Let's ditch flying entirely, because maybe Supersonic can have his whole flying thing. Maybe Mario needs to embrace his uniqueness. Let's go back to Dragon Ball, shall we? So in Dragon Ball, they have this form called Great Ape, which is a giant ape that stomps around, right? Maybe this could be the Supersonic equivalent instead. So, what's a giant power-up where Mario stomps around? The Mega Mushroom. See, the Mega Mushroom is pretty cool. It makes you invincible, and while you can't fly, you'll be at Supersonic's eye level, because it's gonna fly up high. It'll work in these team-up battles, you know? But while it definitely lasts longer than Superstar, it won't last forever. And, you know, that's kind of annoying. I prefer when the Mario power-ups last for a while to consider them on this list. Like the Fire Flower, right? That one doesn't have a specific time limit. Well, I guess it does in Mario Galaxy, but generally speaking, they don't have a time limit. But the Mega Mushroom has a strict time limit, and that makes it kind of annoying. I mean, if we have a long battle ahead of us, do we really want Mario to just lose his super form halfway through? Plus, while the sort of Great Ape type is cool, Great Ape and Super Saiyan are different forms, so I don't really know if that counts. But still, I want to have some Dragon Ball influence in the Supersonic form for Mario. I feel like that would work, right? So, okay, we need something that can fly, is invincible, has a hint of Dragon Ball in it, and is yellowish gold in color. So, what follows all those requisites? The white Tanuki suit. So the white Tanuki suit, first of all, yeah, it's a little bit more hypersonic in the color scheme, but I mean, we got a bit of gold, so check on that. Plus, we got the tail. Saiyans have tails. Check on that. And he's invincible, so yeah, check on that. And he can glide. Okay. So, here's the thing with this power-up, right? It's from Super Mario 3D Land, and it's called the White Tanuki Suit, because it's based off of the power-up also in the game, the Tanuki Suit. However, this power-up is actually originally from Mario Bros. 3. And in Mario Bros. 3, you could fly very high, very well, like the cape power-up, not at all like the red star. It's good flying, but in Mario 3D Land, it doesn't do that. And as Scott the Wall says,
so you bring back Tanuki Mario from Mario 3 to end up just leaving out the entire point of Tanuki Mario from Mario 3?
But it makes sense, right? This game already is pretty easy with the Tanuki suit. If you could fly like you could in Mario Bros. 3, I mean, like, this game be over in a second. So obviously, Nintendo nerfed it. So in universe, you can fly with it, but Mario's choosing not to because Nintendo doesn't want you to beat the game in literally a second. Makes sense. But the white Tanuki suit wasn't in Mario Bros. 3, it was in this game. So can we assume that the white Tanuki suit can also fly? I mean, by the name you would assume yes, but I mean, I don't know, man. Names could be deceiving. If only there was a game where we could see the white Tanuki suit flying in action. Oh. While I was recording this video, I took a couple different attempts, and halfway through I just realized that the white Tanuki suit is also in New Super Mario Bros. 2, so forget everything I said. He can fly, and it's pretty good. We found it. Well, but that's about it for this video, guys. If you liked this video, that's good for you. I didn't ask, but I do hope you enjoyed it. I'm not really sure how to end this video. Thanks for listening to me ramble like a true schizophrenian. And, yeah. I'm gonna do it for now. Remember that you're trying your best, so give yourself credit. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.